question. How is it that psychotherapists always seem to know the right thing to say at the right time, almost as if we're reading our client's mind? Well, as a 30-plus year psychotherapist, I'll tell you what it's not. We're not geniuses, we're not mind readers, and no, we have no superpowers. We also see how clients' experience is colored by their past, any traumas, abuse, any negative experiences. So when we see these patterns, we can take a client's story, which is often confusing, confounding to them, and we repackage it and recite it back to them using stories, anecdotes, analogies in a way that they can understand. And some days are better than others. You'll recite the story back and you see this reaction, sort of this relief that just sort of washes over them. And you could tell that they're thinking, oh my God, I'm not the only one. I'm not this alien in this crush of humanity, being the only person that thinks or sees the same things that I do. And you also see kind of a hope, like, oh my God, now that I know what it is, maybe there's hope for me. Maybe I could start to think differently, perceive things differently, have a different perspective, maybe not react so harshly or overreact or lash out at others. It's a neat moment, not only for them, but it's a neat moment for us therapists. A lot of times this moment happens and I'm either thinking to myself at the moment or maybe after sessions like, wow, I went to school to learn how to make a difference in the lives of others, and this just happened. So anyway, I wanted to share that story with you. So some of you might be saying, Paul, that's a great story, but guess what? I have all these issues, I have these problems, and I have no therapist. I can't afford one, I don't have insurance, there's not a therapist in my town, so thanks a lot, your story doesn't help me at all. And for people like you, I would suggest this. If you don't have access to therapy, there is one thing you can do that's not the replacement of therapy, but it can be helpful. And that is journaling. I know, heavy sigh, rolling eyes, furious comments, but hear me out. Journaling is a way to kind of get in touch with what's going on with you and why. But you have to do it right. There's 3 rules of journaling. You have to write fast and furious. Thoughts, feelings, observations, where it's at, what time of day, what's happening, who are the people involved. 2, you can't be worried about punctuation, grammar, syntax. That just slows the flow. Just keep writing. 3rd thing, most important, don't self-edit. There'll be times you're writing and you're like, oh, that's weird, or that makes no sense, or this makes me look really weak. I can't write that. What if someone reads this? No, keep writing. I kind of look at journaling almost like a funnel. You're doing fast and furious brain dumps at the top. And as the information synthesizes, the anecdotes, the thoughts and feelings, ideas start to add context to what's happening. And sometimes what comes out at the end is the answer to what was going on for you. I'll give you an example, like, it's Tuesday night. You're going, another crappy Tuesday. I hate Tuesdays. I hate my job. Every Tuesday, it's the worst. Why is Johnny's on shift with me every Tuesday. I hate Johnny. What's up with him anyway? He comes to work and he kisses the behind of the boss. The boss loves it, lavishes praise on Johnny. And I'm sitting here working my butt off and he doesn't praise me. It's always Johnny. I'm sick of that. What's wrong with Johnny? I hate that he gets the praise. I deserve praise. I haven't gotten praise my whole life. I really deserve that. I got none of it. Thanks a lot, Johnny. Thanks a lot, Mom and Dad. It doesn't always happen this way, but you can see as the ideas synthesize, sometimes what comes out is what the real issue is, which could be you didn't get praise as a child, and now that affects you even to this day. Not all journal entries end up with insight and understanding, but if you keep up at it, at some point you'll start to see the same thing that I started this video with, pattern recognition. If you keep up doing it routinely, regularly, over the days and weeks, you'll also start to see patterns like, why is it once a month when I go to my dad's, I'm driving and I'm all anxious, but then when I'm driving home, I'm all mad. What's up with that? Well, maybe you have unresolved issues with your dad. So try journaling. It's not a replacement for therapy, but it's a great way to kind of get in touch with, why do you feel this way? What's up with me when I'm in this situation or with this person? What about the situation is maybe too close to home? And hopefully you could share that with your therapist at some point. Maybe I'll do another video about how you can access therapy in your area. The problem is this video goes out nationwide, really worldwide. So that's a thought for another day. So anyway, back to therapy. I had one of those client insight, therapist intrinsically rewarding moments, and I thought I'd share those with you. And I should do that in the future. Maybe share more moments that happen in the therapy sessions, sort of like tales from the therapist chair. Oh, and by the way, that's the goal of this channel, Paul's Simple Psych, where I take quips, stories, lessons learned in therapy sessions, and I share them with all of you in the hopes that it helps you in your journey moving forward. So if this kind of content is something you like, please give the channel some love. My name is Paul, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.